Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Laughing Boy here, and today I'm going to be going over one of the big vehicle and that came with the new Gunrunning DLC, the MOC, or the Mobile Operations Center. Now, what I'm going to be showing you is uh, how to remodel it if you don't like the way that you built it, and I'm going to give you my recommendation on how to build it, what to put where. Um, it First thing I want is it. You should have the mobile operations center in there. That's where you're going to be running your missions from. Mobile operations, your command center. It's where you're going to be running your missions from. If you've already built it and you want to change it, that's simple. You just bring up your phone, go to Warstock, Cache and Carry, click on the truck, and go to the options that you want to change. Now, it will cost you money. Here are the two different cabs. Pick whichever one you want. I like that one because it looks meaner. You're on Bay 1, you're going to want the command center, not the living quarters. The living quarters are, okay and all, but the command center is what you're going to be doing to do your missions from, and that's also going to allow the truck to have guns on it. Bay 2, you're going to want the weapon and vehicle workshop. You can put the weapon workshop on there and then put a vehicle storage bay in Bay 3, but that is not the same thing. I'll show you the difference. The weapon workshop allows you to work on your weapons. Your personal vehicle storage, it allows you to store a vehicle, any vehicle. Well, I mean, as long as it'll fit in there, your personal vehicles. You can store any of your personal vehicles in that storage bay. However, it will not allow you to modify the weaponized vehicles. Now, I want to caution you here. If you have bought the storage bay and you have one of your personal vehicles in the storage bay, and you want to change it to the vehicle, the weapon and vehicle customization, uh, you're going to need to take that vehicle out, or you may lose it. So pull the vehicle out and then go in here and change this to the weapon and vehicle workshop. That will allow you to modify your weaponized vehicles, and it will also and it will still allow you to modify your weapons, and we'll go over that in a moment. Now, like any other vehicle that you buy and put in a garage, this thing can be modified. Now, how you do that is the first thing you do. I mean, once you have it in here, you come over here to this man right here, and well, he's your mechanic. You can he will be. He's also in the trailer, but again, we'll go over that in a minute. That is the entrance. So when you come in, you just come over here. He's just to the left of your truck, and you want to customize your mobile operations center. This is also, of course, where you customize that little gun trailer, the little anti-aircraft trailer. You can do. There are several different modifications that you can do to the cab and to the well, mainly to the cab. You can upgrade the motor, upgrade the brakes, the turbo, all of that good stuff, and you can repaint it. You can also, repaint the trailer. However, the important things are, you can change your plate. You can change your plate. You can change. You can respray it, and you can put a livery on it. I don't bother with liveries most of the time. I don't really like them. And here is the important part. You can change the guns. When you start when you buy the command center, you start with the forward gun, but you do not have the rear guns. You have to research the rear guns and then come over and talk to this guy and install them. I'm going to take this thing out and give you a little demonstration of its firepower. It does take a lot to take this down. I've had friends that were trying to take it out. I mean, I had friends that were out there playing with it and had other people trying to take it out. And of course, the vulnerable person is the driver. And when they killed the driver, they would run up there and put a bunch of sticky bombs on the truck and try to blow it up. And the cops were shooting at it all the time, and they were hitting it with all kinds of explosives. And it will eventually blow up, but it takes quite a lot. Now, so basically, if you see this thing coming, either run away from it, it's not that fast, or go into passive. Good. These are the rear guns, and this is the forward gun. This is the one that you start off with when you buy the command center. This is the only gun that comes that is functional, and this is what it looks like when you're firing it. You can zoom in and you can zoom out, and that is what it does when you fire it. It's slow, but it does a lot of damage, and it will tear up most things. Anyway, so this is going to cause a lot of havoc in free mode lobbies when people bring it out, and people are probably going to bring it out, But then again, like I said, it is slow, so it's kind of easy to avoid. However, you might want to be careful. You don't know what they have in the back. Okay. Again, these are the rear guns. This one is on I think the driver's side, the left rear of the vehicle. It has, well, I'm just kind of demonstrating the range here. It's got pretty decent range of motion. It is actually, after all, it is extending from the corner, and it has some pretty good firepower. It's a lot of fun to play with, and something that's interesting. Each gunner gets their own wanted level. Of course, the cops can't get to you until they blow up the trailer, and they will continue to shoot at it until it eventually blows up. So, yeah, that's fun. Now, the next thing I want to go over is the special vehicles discount and how to get them. That's this computer right here on the wall. You log in here, and you go and do the missions that are related to the vehicle that you're wanting to get the discount on. However, you have to unlock them. You have to go and steal supplies a certain amount of times. The first one is only 2. You'll steal supplies the first time to start the business, and you have to steal 1 more supply round to unlock that mission. Then you have to go do 2 more to get the next one, and so on and so forth. And here we have the weapon customization section. There are several different weapons here that you can upgrade. You can do different things to them. I'm going to upgrade the pistol to the pistol Mark II. You can't upgrade every weapon that you have, but there are some good ones that you're going to want to do the upgrades on. This scope I actually had to research. As your research goes on, you will have more and more things open up. Some of these things are there when you start. You can go in there, upgrade your weapon to the Mark II version of it, and it will have like the different muzzle brakes, for example, for the heavy sniper rifle. Each one of these things can be upgraded. Here, this one I've upgraded quite a lot. Well, I've upgraded some. I've upgraded it as much as I could. It's got a heavy barrel on it. It's got a new scope. It's got an extended clip. I haven't gotten a lot unlocked for it, but I have whatever I've unlocked for it, I have put on it. This is an expensive DLC, very, very expensive. I spent $22 million, and I spent the most of that in 45 minutes after starting this, and that was in my live stream. You guys can check that out. Now, you can drive any vehicle into your bunker, and that will be where it starts off. Here is the door. Well, there is the door, and you can see the little buggies. Now, for the weaponized vehicles, you can bring them back here to your MOC. If you have it configured the way that I showed earlier, you can bring it in here and modify it. This is the only way to modify these vehicles. So that is why I said, put it in this configuration. Now, most of these vehicles have a lot of the standard upgrades like engine and brakes and that kind of thing, and they have their own aesthetic changes that you can do. But they also have, this is also where you put on the different weapons that you'll be researching. So again, this is why this is very, very important that you have this set up in your MOC. And even if you don't want to have the guns on the front, you need to have this. Of course, you will be unlocking different liveries. I don't care about liveries. I don't want different camouflages on my vehicles. I don't really care. I'm just going to paint them. I'm going to try to make them look pretty, and then as far as livery, I don't care. I don't want them. Now, one thing I want to point out is when you exit this, you can completely exit the bunker on that. You can just exit the MOC on that, or you can just exit the vehicle and leave this here, and it will stay in there until you until you take it out, or until you leave the session, or until somebody manages to blow up the trailer. In that case, it will be destroyed as well. It won't cost you anything, or it won't cost anybody anything to repair it, but it will be counted as destroyed, and you will have to call your insurance. You cannot store any vehicle but that in there, so be aware of that. And again, before you change that from a regular storage area, regular garage storage area, to that, make sure and remove your personal vehicle. Anyway, that is all I have for you today. I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was informative. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Laughing Boy out.